The Australian Outback is not just a place, it is a force. A vast, silent expanse where the land stretches endlessly in every direction, and the sky feels impossibly large. Here, distance is deceptive. Hope fades quietly, and survival depends on respect for the environment. Temperatures in the Outback can rise above 40 degrees Celsius. Water sources are scarce and unreliable. Shade is rare. And help, if it exists at all, can be hundreds of kilometers away. Every year, people disappear here. Some are found, some are not. In July of 2006, one man entered this landscape and vanished. His name was Ricky Megee. Ricky was not an adventurer. He was not attempting a survival challenge. He was an ordinary man living in Western Australia, familiar with remote areas, but never trained to endure extreme isolation. Near the remote mining town of Newman, something happened. What exactly happened, no one has ever fully agreed on. Some accounts say Ricky was traveling with others when his car broke down in an isolated area. Other reports suggest there was an argument, heated, emotional, and that Ricky was left behind. There were allegations, denials, contradictions. But the outcome was clear. Ricky Megee was suddenly alone in the Outback. No vehicle, no supplies, almost no water, and no clear explanation of how he ended up there. At first, Ricky did what instinct demanded. He walked. Under the Outback sun, movement feels like survival. You convince yourself that civilization must be nearby, that a road, a station, or another person will appear. But the Outback does not reveal itself easily. Distances stretch endlessly. Landmarks repeat. And every step drains the body. Within days, the heat took its toll. Sweat poured from Ricky's body. His mouth dried. His muscles weakened. Dehydration began to affect his mind. Thoughts slowed. Time blurred. Reality became unstable. At some point, Ricky realized something critical. If he kept moving, he would die. So he stopped. He found a shallow cave in the rock, little more than a natural hollow. It offered shade from the sun and some protection from the elements. This cave became his refuge and his prison. Days lost their names. Weeks passed without numbers. Ricky's existence narrowed to a single goal: stay alive. Water became everything. When rare rainstorms passed through, Ricky collected every drop he could using scraps of plastic and fabric. When rain didn't come, desperation followed. He drank from stagnant puddles filled with insects and debris. Sometimes, there was nothing to drink at all. During these periods, his body began to fail. His lips cracked and bled. His tongue swelled, standing became difficult. Food was even harder. Ricky ate what the desert allowed: grasshoppers, frogs, leeches. When hunger became unbearable, he ate raw lizards. Often, he went days without food. To survive, Ricky reduced movement to a minimum. He lay still in the cave, conserving energy, waiting for hunger to fade. But the physical struggle was only half the battle. Isolation began to attack his mind. There were no voices, no human movement, only wind, insects, and the slow passage of time. At night, temperatures dropped sharply. Cold replaced heat. Fear replaced exhaustion. Ricky later described moments where his thoughts became dark. He questioned whether anyone was looking for him, whether anyone even knew he was missing. And this is where the mystery deepens. Back in civilization, search efforts were limited and brief. Authorities launched searches in the area. Helicopters scanned sections of the land. Ground teams covered specific zones. But the Outback is enormous. Searching it thoroughly is almost impossible. As days turned into weeks, hope faded. Statistically, survival in these conditions rarely lasts more than a few days. 70 days is considered nearly impossible, yet Ricky survived. How? Some experts questioned how he found enough water. Others questioned how he avoided fatal heat stroke. And some asked a darker question. Was Ricky truly alone the entire time? There were whispers, speculation, unproven theories that someone may have known where he was. That help may have been closer than assumed. Nothing was ever proven, but the uncertainty remains. Ricky himself maintained that he survived alone. That survival became mental. That each day was about refusing to surrender. One more sunrise. One more night. Then, on the 71st day, something changed. Two workers from a nearby cattle station were inspecting a fence line when they noticed movement near the ground. At first, they thought it was an animal. Then they realized it wasn't. What they found barely resembled a man. Ricky Megee was skeletal. His skin was burned dark by the sun. He was weak, trembling, barely able to speak. But he was alive. Doctors later described his condition as extreme. Severe dehydration, severe starvation, physical collapse. They said most people would not have survived even a fraction of that time. After his rescue, questions followed. What really happened before he disappeared? Why were accounts so inconsistent? How did he endure so long in such conditions? Some questions were never answered, and perhaps never will be. When asked how he survived, Ricky gave a simple explanation: not strength, not skill, refusal. Refusal to give up. Refusal to let the desert decide his fate. The Australian Outback does not forgive mistakes. It does not care about intentions, and it rarely gives second chances. Yet in this case, it failed, and the truth of what really happened remains buried beneath the red earth.